Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome. I'm Aida Jasmine. Today we're going to do a weekly reading for the week of the 7th of April. Now, I truly believe that you'll tune into this and receive the messages at any time. So trust what you receive. And it's also a generic reading. It is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading. So some of the insights that you're hearing today may or may not resonate. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I always believe that you'll tune in and receive exactly what you need to at the moment. So I'm going to get stuck straight into it. And thankfully, Mercury is now gone direct. So he's passed, he's done his dues. This is a really great time to now gather the lessons from the past 3 weeks of what Mercury has shown you. Anything to do with past relationships, anything healing patterns and cycles, and we've also got that Venus retrograde as well. So there's lots of happening in and around your romantic or intimate relationships. You may have seen some really patterns that are transpiring and helping you heal through that. So this week, last week we did a shadow reading with Mercury and Venus still in retrogrades. This week we wanted to see open and see what the universe and what your spirit team has for you. What guidance coming out of the shadow and into the light. So let's see what light messages that you're receiving this week. We're going to start with the Zodiac. I'll do one card for each of the Zodiacs and we'll begin with Aries. So he's the first sign of the Zodiac. So let us begin. All right, beautiful. Aries, you have the King of Pentacles. This, I really feel, is about honoring your strength, honoring your power, honoring who you truly are, and really being in your sovereignty this week. And I'm also getting a sense of really mastering your money. That's quite interesting aspects, right? So, Pentacles being earth energy, this is your health, this is your wealth, this is your home, this is your livelihood, how you make your money and how you have your craft and your career through life. So this is inviting you to really just honor what you have. Your health is your greatest wealth. So really ensuring that you're nurturing that this week. And I really get a great sense of gratitude. I have this energy and attitude of gratitude. So it's really inviting you to be in that sovereign power this week, not to be projecting too far forward, Aries, but really seeing what you have now. Because as you can see, he's holding that pentacle and he's in an abundant energy. There's a lot of abundance in and around this card. So this week, Aries, you're being invited to sit in that energy of attitude of gratitude and to be grateful for your health, for your wealth, even if you feel like you're wanting to manifest more of something, this is about tuning in, seeing the light and honoring what you do have this week, Aries. Beautiful. Let's go Taurus. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Taurus. This is great. We have the Ace of Swords. Now this is inspiration. Now swords is air energy and it's what's coming in. This can be ideas, inspiration. I also got some communication. So now that there may have been some setbacks or some delays or some feelings of being fuzzy or cloudy, now this is when breakthroughs are really happening. I'm getting a shift in this energy, especially now that there's a lot of planetary alignments happening that are moving forward, really helping you being in your power. So Taurus, this week you may be getting some great ideas because they are coming seemingly out of nowhere. This is the universe or God offering you this inspiration, and it's raining down and it's coming from a higher source with that crown sitting on top of that sword. The sword, the ace, is all about new. So allowing what new inspiration and ideas, and I'm just getting a sense of collecting them at this stage, not to do much with them. And some of them are just for you. And some of them are going to be new aspects that you're going to be stepping into and taking some traction and action on. At the moment, this week, Taurus, you're going to get some great ideas and inspiration. And they are going to be like abundant because you can see that gold energy, that crown's also symbolizing abundance. So allow what ideas and inspiration really flow through to you. So keep a journal close and keep track of what they are for you. Beautiful. Gemini, we have got the Emperor. Beautiful, strong, grounded, entrepreneurial energy. So masculine and feminine, there isn't any depiction in the tarot. This is about that energy of strong strength, but it's also being ready to make movement. So at the moment, he's collecting energies. He's seeing what's happening in and around him. So this week, Gemini, you're being invited to just be in your power, be in your sovereignty. Red is that energy of sovereignty and royalty. He's also got his armor underneath his cloak. So it's always in that action of ready to move forward, but at this moment, he's staying still. So there again, coming just out of Mercury retrograde, we're gaining the lessons. We may be even making plans of what the next steps are for us. So this week is a planning week for you, Gemini. And yes, being the the side of communication. You have the twins, so you can get a lot of communication this week. Again, just take it all in, journal it all down. Again, you're going to be another one who's going to be requiring a journal, pen to paper, see what inspiration comes to, see what planning you're doing this week. Now, this is planning from a higher realm. We want to do your due diligence, but this isn't a week to take action. This is a week to take planning. Big things are happening for you this week, Gemini. It's really great. Okay, awesome start for the week. Let's go Cancerian. So I'm also a Cancerian, like interested to see what comes in through us. We've got some big starts already. This is the Ace of Cups. I'm already feeling that sense of love, joy, and flow. So this week there's going to be a lot of flow for us. As you can see, that beautiful dove, again, coming from source. This is a gift from the universe, feeling love. And I'm also getting a sense that whatever we're choosing to do this week, Cancerians, we do from a space of love. Everything, even the chores, even the tasks that you don't so love doing, shift that energy and do it with love. Step forward from a space of love. If you're usually stepping your right foot forward, you're being invited to step left. Being in that flow state. A lot of flow and abundance is going to start flowing this week. Well, once where that cup just felt like it was just brimming, I really get a sense of, because water energy is emotional energy, flowing energy, but this is good flow energy. So if you're overwhelmed with emotion, start to feel like it's an overflow, because we're not meant to be holding on to any emotion. So allow it to flow. And if it's not serving you, if you're feeling a lot of grief or anger or frustration or anxiety, allow it to flow and allow the good energies and abundance and prosperity flow through you. Bliss. That's what I really feel is flowing for us this week, Cancerians. Beautiful. Great. Let's go Leo. What do my Leos have coming in this week? Okay. Leos, this week you have the Four of Swords. I'm getting a great sense of being mindful of where you're placing your time, money, energy, and effort. You're being invited to rest this week, but choosing what you are focusing on. Are you going to be focusing on these swords that are hanging over your head, or are you going to start to visualize and envisage the pane glass window, the color, the vibrancy of life? Getting a sense of, because we just went through like some challenging times, we've been in retrograde since November of last year, and we're slowly starting to move through them. So this week, Leos, it's like, where are you focusing your energy? And allowing yourself to rest, and when you are resting, meditate, and when you are meditating, focusing on the good, what you are wanting to manifest rather than what's happening and the lack thereof. All right, let's go Virgos. What do my Virgos have coming in this week? And I will be doing another giveaway this month, my loves, so please tune in. Please comment below. Let's go Sun. I just love it. The sun's just really getting a sense of energy. So hashtag sun below, and I'll put you in the draw for a reading at the end of the month. Okay, Libra. This is learning the lessons and doing things smartly, because often the Seven of Swords can be like, he looks like he's sneaking away. It can be an energy of sneaky behavior or doing something undercover, even though it's in broad daylight. It can feel like lying, cheating, stealing. However, I'm getting a sense that this is your perception of how things are. So over the last 6 months, it's time to get a new perspective on how things have been and doing things smarter. Because look at the way he's holding those swords. That is not smart. They're in a very precarious position. He's also left two behind. So you're wanting to move away from what is no longer serving you. But we also need to gain a greater understanding, because 7 is the number of on the right track, but requiring a pivot. This is a pivot of the mindset. So this week, my loves, you're being invited, my Virgos, to pivot the mindset from where you may have felt like someone's lying, cheating, and stealing, or where you may have been doing that to yourself or to others. You're going to take full responsibility. Shifting that perception and doing things a little bit smarter. Where can you pivot this week in your mindset, my loves? Okay, beautiful. Let's go Scorpio. Moving through these quite quickly this week. There's some very powerful messages. So thank you for joining me. I truly do appreciate all your reviews and all your likes and all your shares. So thank you. I'm just going to grab that card. Went down. Sun. Amazing. Love this. Beautiful. Scorpio, when we've got this energy, it is celebration. You have gone through some major things over the last few weeks and months. It's like, now's the time for celebration. The sun will shine again. This too shall pass. So no matter when you're feeling like you're going through challenging times, I get a sense of this too shall pass. It's a beautiful mantra, good and bad times, that this too shall pass. Look for the sunshine. So this week, the sun's going to rise again. It's like we've just been through that shadow period. We've just been through these transitions of Mercury retrograde, all the other retrogrades and all the other planetary alignments. It's like, the sun is shining again for you this week, my loves, Scorpios. And now it's inviting you to be in the sun, to celebrate, to be like that childlike energy and celebrate. We're not being childish, we're being childlike. And when a child just embraces the wonder of life, just runs around and plays with the sun, this is inviting you to do the same this week, Scorpio. Beautiful. All right, let's go Sagittarius. Okay, my loves, Sagittarius. What does Sag have coming in this week? Victory, the Six of Wands. I get a sense of allowing yourself to celebrate your wins, even if you're just celebrating that you've just survived the last 6 months, the last 3 weeks. And it's a celebration. This is also being recognized for some good work. So you may be seeing or feeling or receiving outside accolades for your work. This is acknowledging them and allowing yourself to receive them. Sometimes we get a compliment. We're like, oh, no, you look lovely. It's like, oh, no, this old thing, oh, no. Or we push back. This week, you're invited, my Sagittarius, to receive those accolades, the compliments, the rewards of your work. And even if sometimes it doesn't feel like work, when we're so aligned, when we're doing something that we're gifted at, that we love to do, it just feels effortless. Whenever I'm doing psychic readings like this, it feels effortless. When people are congratulating me, now I allow myself to receive it because it's something that you do naturally. So this week is about allowing yourself to receive any victories, any accolades, and celebrating even the small wins. Beautiful. All right, Capricorn. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, Capricorn. I'm getting a sense of now just like retracted my whole energy after being out in that celebration energy. It's like, I feel like this week you're being mindful of your money. But I also get a great sense of being aware of where you are circulating your wealth, your health and your wealth, because your wealth is circulated by your health. So your health is your greatest wealth. And I get a sense of where you're being the miser, where you're holding your pennies or being mindful of your money, like ensuring that you are focused on your health, that you're not sacrificing your health for wealth. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to accumulate wealth or grow your wealth, but not at the sacrifice of your health. So being mindful of that this week, my beloved Capricorns. That's a very powerful message for someone out there. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, thank you, team. Aquarius, gorgeous. It's celebrating. This is abundance energy. As you can see, the pentacles are raining down and they're celebrating in the card. So this week it's that energy, again, that sense of gratitude. It's feeling so abundant, so healthy, wealthy, and wise. We're going to always be working on those things, but this week's about celebrating it, and you may get an influx of those things. You may be feeling more energetic. You may be feeling more abundant. You may actually get a windfall this week. I'm not suggesting you go and play lotto or anything like that. It's just allowing yourself to receive what is naturally going to come to you. So really being mindful, Aquarius, of where you're receiving and allowing yourself to receive and seeing the way in which the universe provides for you this week. Beautiful. All right, my loves, let's go Pisces. Thank you, beautiful soul. So if you would like to be in the draw for that reading, hashtag sun this week, or even do the sun emoji, because I am a fan of emojis and sharing that energy. So let's go sun for that, and I'll definitely put you in the draw. And I'll announce that at the end of the month, and I'll connect with you directly for that reading. Let's go Pisces. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Pisces, you have the Six of Pentacles. This is all about balance. As you can see, he's holding the scales there. Balancing of where you're giving time, money, energy, and effort. Because Pentacles, again, is that abundance energy. It's that wealth energy. It's where your income, your livelihood, your health, your home, your happiness. It's like where you focus on giving. As you can see, there's two people here. One is receiving at the moment and one is begging. So this is being mindful of where you are circulating your abundance, where you are circulating time, money, energy, and effort, and giving to those that are grateful, giving to those that also have a sense of reciprocity, being mindful of where you are giving your energy. because it's beautiful to give without an expectation. We definitely want to be in that energy. We don't want to give with an expectation of receiving. However, we also don't want to give because that we're not allowing ourselves to receive. So I'm getting a sense for you to have a balance of giving and receiving this week, my beloveds. So Pisces, that's a big lesson for you this week. And it's also an important one for all of us, that where we're giving, we may be over giving, we may be over, asking, or it's like allowing yourself to have that energy of balance. So, and overarching energy for the week, we've got, funnily enough, that's on the bottom of the deck. So that's definitely something that we're all meant to be mindful of, where we're giving and receiving equally and allowing ourselves to receive. And this week is the King of Cups. It's that overarching energy of the week. It's allowing yourself to be full, allowing yourself to give to yourself first and foremost, focusing on that self-love, self-gratitude, honoring your sovereignty and feeling fulfilled in your life right now. That gratitude for all that you have right now. So even if you open your purse or your bank account and there's 6 cents, it's like having that gratitude right now for that. And if you're feeling anxiety or frustration or anger or sadness, it's allowing that flow, because this is just flow, allowing emotions to flow and not attaching to any one thing, because we want to be open. That cup is empty and he wants to just allow himself to be open. And he is a sovereign being. He is responsible. He, she, doesn't really matter. It's an energy of sovereignty. Responsible for our own emotions. We're not being overwhelmed, but we are allowing them to flow. So thank you, beautiful souls, for joining me. It's always a pleasure to do this. And if I can do one-to-one reading for you, my contact details will be in the description box as well. Please feel free to reach out. I do love to be of service. And I look forward to connecting with you all next week. So thank you. And until next time, namaste.